Hey, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Who do we have here? All right. Looks like we have a mystery guest with us. Say hello, mystery guest. Or not. And then to my right or some angle, I've got Pete, the Ever Canadian. What's up?
Hello. Oh, I should play April Fool's joke.
He's
I
unmasking
was meaning to
himself.
do that for a while, and I never did. Because I've had
that was hilarious. He quickly put that on during the intro. I didn't even know about it. Oh
What
man.
threw me off though is I had a button and it didn't work. So.
Oh man.
Well, no, it was just I was just gonna hit the crow button, and
that works.
Of course, I move stuff. That's why it's working.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Oh,
today.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, never mind. I know why it's not working because I did something right before we started, and apparently it doesn't.
Yeah, tinkered.
Like
you tinkered one.
There you go.
There we go.
Hey, I hope you're not driving, Rich.
Yeah, he may be on his way somewhere. He may be watching this.
He goes, "Hey, y'all," from the car. I'm like, "Hey, you're not driving, right?"
All right. So let's see. Let's say hi to the chat. We got Lord Jerem, got Dan Nastic, Andy Davison, Princess Pineapple, Ballistic Coffee Boy, Lemony Pie.
Hello.
It's gone way too far. Tales from the Genland Wastes.
Hello.
Pen of Fiction.
Hello.
We have Andy Davison, the pop star, big giveaway. Oh, the pop. Oh, yeah. We got Jason Shears.
Hello.
We got Karsten. Oh, okay. That's what you're saying, Rich. Say hi from the car. Yeah. Hey, Rich. Dan Friedman.
Hello.
Mike. Oh, I got Mike Tendo Power. All right.
Hello.
We got a few
Party on, dudes!
Yes. Party on.
Party on.
We got a full house of people today.
No Uncle Jesse though.
Who? Oh, I get it now.
Yeah. How you guys doing? How's your week been? What's going on?
Incredibly busy. I've been so lazy this week doing videos. It's been incredibly lazy. So busy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about you, Crow?
Well, I've been working on getting through Toe Plan Arcade 1, and also a couple of days ago I decided I was going to start live streaming again. So I've been setting up for that. So on the Crow Continuum channel, because every time I want to make a video, I try to think of a way it would work as a video, and then I always think it would just be better if I live streamed it. So I just decided, okay, that's what I'm going to start doing. And I said I wouldn't start live streaming again unless I could come up with a schedule. So I have a schedule. So on Sunday, 10 a.m. my time, it's like Sunday, tomorrow, this time, is when I'll stream on the Crow Continuum channel. And then on Wednesday, around 9 p.m. my time, is when I'll stream on Crow Pinball channel. There's a poll up on the Crow Pinball channel for which table to play, and that's what I plan on doing for the Crow Continuum channel too. It's just that I did it at such a short notice. I just picked the game. So after that one's over, I'll have a poll up for that one to pick the game for the next week. So that's how I'm planning on that working.
Nice.
And that's why I have this frame, because I was looking into overlays and getting all that stuff set up. So that's what I've been spending the last day, is just focusing on layouts.
Frame, I didn't even notice. No.
Oh.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was excited to finally get my EXP and all that. So one thing, I
got mine too.
Yeah, but you didn't open yours though, right?
Aren't you selling yours on eBay?
Probably, yeah. More than likely. It's
No, I get it. It's kind of like for the same reason I didn't get the standard. No. I get it. But so what's interesting, and I've talked about this before, like I call it the curse of the YouTuber. And that's kind of like, and kind of what I mean by that. Like when we get something like an EXP, like I can't just open it, right? I mean, I could, but I want to record it and kind of have that like authentic experience. So when I did finally get it, it was just like staring at me, like back there, in the box, like while I was working, and then kind of getting the house ready. We have family coming down, so I was like, oh, and then finally I got to play it, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. And I kind of wish the HDMI was working a little bit better because I didn't want to show off the games on it, but hopefully at some point they'll get that fixed with a firmware update because it's pretty. For those of you who don't know, the HDMI out's pretty flaky. But when I did unbox it, I wanted to dive into the game. So like that day, I was like up to 1 o'clock in the morning playing, kind of playing them because I want to get my hands. So the next day, I played one of the other collections, and I had to play them on the OG Evercade, which is sad because I didn't have time to like.
Ed, I gotta say that you didn't show something that Pete did show that I needed to know. I needed to know where that fun stock coupon was. You didn't show it.
No.
So I didn't know if it was supposed to be in the box or if it was supposed to be out the box.
Oh,
if I sell it, I want to say what's in it, and I want to say I don't want to say there's a coupon in it if there's not.
It's definitely in it at the bottom. Yeah, I
showed my code on my video too.
Yeah, I remember.
No, you hit
that.
it. You hit it.
Yeah,
you hit
it.
Did I hit it really well?
Well, I thought you could put it like a sensor bar over.
Oh,
it.
I probably did, but the original.
I wasn't I wasn't going frame by frame to see if I could find out.
I think if you frame by frame mine, you'd have got mine pretty quick. I was just.
You already used it. I know you did. So
yeah, I already used it.
Right. So
but the video was up a day before I used it because I had to wait for the what do you call it, Land? The pre-order.
But yeah, that bundle you bought.
Yeah. I know I showed this like on the YouTube community, but like I took Rich's idea and turned this sideways, and I put all the things in there. Turned around the older VS poster, and this was hell to do, by the way. Because I don't want to use like any glue or any tape like Gravity holds it in place because I don't want to mess up the original stuff. So
I don't know. I wouldn't trust Gravity. It's pretty unreliable.
Oh yeah, well during the Calling All Retro Gamers, the bottom fell out and the thing went. Yeah, so that can kind of. That could definitely happen.
Yeah, Pete, if you still have that code, that sheet with the code on it, let us know if it has an expiration date.
I don't think it
or
does.
Ed, if you have that as
right
well.
now. It's right in front of me. No expiration date.
Yeah.
It's,
okay, there you go. No expiration date.
It's illegal to sell. Oh no, this is not a gift card because I know in Canada in gift cards you're not allowed to sell a gift card with an expiration date.
Oh.
Well, if I'm going to sell it unopened, I kind of have to include
No, you're good. You're
good.
Yeah. No expiration on it. But you know what, though? There's no terms of service on it either, so I don't know. But yeah.
Well, I figure whoever has the bundle is getting the coupon.
For some reason, this is still on my desk, and I don't know why because I've already used it.
So before,
actually, you should put it right back in the box because it came in the box.
So hey, real quick, before we do talk more about the XP, there was one bit of information. There actually was some breaking news. I don't think many people are aware of. Like what I mean by breaking news, there actually was a new game announced this week. I don't know if y'all caught it, but let me go ahead and show you. I don't know if y'all caught this, but check this out, guys. Look, we're finally getting Zelda. Oh my god! No. Yeah, I had to. Yeah. I had to do that. Sorry. I am.
Yeah, okay. Say they did decide for whatever reason they'd get the license to put this game on the Evercade from Nintendo. Now, as unlikely as it may be, do you think that it would be the only game on a cartridge? Like it would be a single game cartridge? Like
no,
I don't know if
I don't know.
But half a game would be on a cartridge. So you'd have to buy the first collection one, and then halfway through the game, you'd have to buy collection.
Well, that would be the Oracle of Seasons and the other one too. That was two halves of one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game for me, like, I don't really know if I ever want to play it again. I played so much of that on the Super Nintendo. It is my favorite Zelda. The only Zelda I really truly like, to be honest with you.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, I like this one, and it was my favorite up until Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, so it's this one,
and
then
27.
A close second would be Ocarina, but that's the only two Zelda games I ever actually really enjoyed. To be honest.
I couldn't get into Ocarina at time at all.
Yeah. I only did it because I was in university and I didn't have cable TV, and my cousin let me have his 64. Just happened to have one game, so that was my entertainment. So that's why I liked it.
What's interesting about this one, and I remember having mixed feelings as a kid, that this was the first Zelda where Nintendo decided, okay, we're not going to make, when Super Nintendo came out, they kind of decided we're not going to make our games as hard. And I remember this was easier, like it would tell you where to bomb, but it had such fun and charm. but you know, I
And
played
the
it.
music. Yeah, it was just I don't know. I really like it. I like it as a video game, not necessarily a Zelda game. Like it was just a good video
Well,
game.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember having this one when I had a Super Nintendo, and I played all the way through it. I did buy it again when it was released again on the Game Boy Advance, but I actually didn't play through the main game. I bought it because it had the link-up capability, so I was playing that with other people, chained together with the cables.
I should really try Breath of the Wild. I hear like that's kind of the most Zelda game ever made.
Yeah, I would. That's a good way of putting it. It's not like any other Zelda game that came before it.
Yeah, and a lot of people I kind of who are huge Zelda fans that I know said, Pete, you probably will enjoy it because it's not really Zelda. It's
Yeah,
so
you know why?
give it a try.
A big thing is a lot of people complain is that there's no dungeons in the game.
Yeah, which is a
Absolutely no
major
dungeons.
Zelda
Weird.
thing, right?
Huh.
They replaced it with the shrines, but there's like
I own the Zelda.
like
I own the
100
game.
shrines throughout the game. I
okay.
think 100 or so.
Yeah.
But-
My wife finished it, but yeah, I maybe need to give it a try. I'll put it on my backlog.
I've tried.
Yeah,
thousand
I mean, there's so many little things to search for in that game. You could be searching forever, even with a guide.
Yeah.
So for me, like I tried like the N64. I don't know. I have mixed feelings once like franchises like that, like Mario become 3D. And I don't know. I don't
Well, I
like
was
it.
the same way. I mean, that's why I didn't like any of the 3D Marios that much up until Super Mario Galaxy.
I had fun with that I had fun with that.
Now
on the Wii.
Mario's the opposite. I've played every Mario game. I finished every Mario game, and Mario Odyssey is my favorite Nintendo Switch game. Number 2.
Oh
is
yeah,
Mario
Odyssey 2. I mean,
You are dead to me.
Galaxy was like the first 3D one that I
Yeah.
like. I didn't like
So-
Mario 64 that much.
I fought
So-
the controls on Galaxy. That's why I didn't really love it. But Mario Odyssey is my favorite Nintendo Switch game, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is my second favorite. So I love Mario. Mario is amazing. But I
would
grew up.
say-
That was my first game I really truly enjoy loving to death. Was
We almost
Mario
have to
Brothers.
say a Nintendo exclusive because like my favorite game on the Switch is also on Steam.
We're getting some smack talk in Figure next war. Well, the thing is, and I kind of said this before, so like if you didn't grow up playing Zelda, I could understand like not understanding the hype, but just when it did come out in the 80s, it was unique, it was unique in that you're thrown into this world, you got to figure stuff out on your own. And it kind of built from there, and then it's challenging, and then what I kind of wish they would do is like the second Zelda. I love I love how they kind of change it from the overhead. Like I wish they would do more of that. Like come out with a new Zelda, but I don't know. Nintendo's not capable of that.
Actually, I would say that I think Mario Kart 8 is my favorite on the Switch. We're just going exclusives, and I think my second favorite may be Smash Brothers.
Oh, Mario Kart 8 is just the most amazing game. It keeps on giving.
So while we're talking about, I don't know.
Hey, are they done? Just really quick, are they done with the track updates with that? Because I haven't
No,
played
one
it in
more,
a
I
long
think.
time.
One more
Okay, because I should probably pop it back in because I don't think I've played it since like the last couple updates. I haven't even seen some of the new tracks.
I won't play the trailers. I won't derail it too much, but go to Steam, and Pete made me aware of this. Type in the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's pretty funny. While we're talking about
Hey, the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's every time I play a Sonic game.
So I do want to. So I know, Crow. You don't. You're not going to open and put your hands on the EXP limited edition, but obviously you played.
I don't need to because I ordered it and when it was delayed, I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy the white one. And now I don't even want it anymore because I didn't realize there was going to be a Peggy logo on the back of it. That
Sunshine
bothers
was
me.
frustrating. Okay. Truth be told, going back to the off top paper. So I'll just say here real quick, Paper Mario, like the Paper Mario and 1,000 Year GameCube Door. I love that. Was one of my all-time favorite modern Mario games, especially since like my wife like watched me play that. I got that back in the day when it was like $24 at GameStop, if you can believe that. But I had like that's a nice story. Anyways, so yeah, the limited edition. Sorry, cough. So yeah, I was talking about things like the Curse of the YouTuber playing, and did get because I do want to give my first impressions playing on that. So yeah, I did initially play through all the what the Capcom, Irem, and Toplin, which is a lot of fun.
Toa Plan.
You said potatoes. I know you'll.
If you're gonna pronounce it incorrectly, do it on purpose.
Toplin.
Maybe I should just call it Tate mode. Trigger people. Yeah, all good, all good stuff. But yeah, so that's one thing. When us YouTubers, when we get stuff, sometimes depending on how we do our videos, like when I first played this, wasn't just in handheld mode. Like I first played it on the friggin' screen. Once I did have to tinker with it. Hopefully they will fix that HDMI out because to your point, Pete, if they do advertise that, they do need to make that work. So
it wouldn't even be an
100%.
issue if it wasn't for the fact that you wouldn't be able to play like the Capcom games on a TV unless you plugged it, or even the Namco collections too.
Well, Tate mode works too, and you could like turn your monitor.
Yeah, that's true. It does work.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things I tested. I also tested putting the game in like a game like Final Fight. I put it in Tate mode and stretched it to fill the screen. Now that triggered some people.
Yeah, you can. Hey, Lloyd Jerms says you could just peel away the peg.
Oh, you could peel it off. It didn't look like a sticker.
Oh,
regardless of that
That's
fact, I like the white one better. I kind of always did, I think. And also, I didn't like the way it said Founders Edition on the front.
Oh, I love that.
I don't like that for some reason.
That bothers.
I'm almost tempted to get. I have the Founders Edition Evercade VS, and every so often I keep going to Amazon thinking, "Oh, should I go ahead and buy the regular version and swap it out, the white version?" And then my mind goes, "Well, as long as I'm doing that, maybe I can buy the unpeggied version of all the games where I have the Peggy logos on."
So Tate mode. So I have a lot of fun playing it. I can't do the thing pointing the fingers up. I'm kind of getting a grip like it's. I don't know how I feel yet because it's weird, but I like playing I love playing the shooters that way. Oh my god, you know what I mean?
Well, actually, somebody on my channel, because that was one thing that I complained about is like when I first got it, it's like I don't know if I could get used to holding it like this. Somebody made a comment that you could probably 3D print like a grip for it.
Ooh.
So I wonder if somebody's already like selling like a grip that maybe you could slide the Evercade EXP into sideways, so you have a better grip when playing in Tate mode.
I think someone's done that like with the Switch.
Yes, it's called the flip grip.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different though, because you can what you do with the controllers, since they detach, you can reattach them to the flip grip. I actually have it over there. I barely ever use it, but
if somebody made one and it was comfortable and it was like $10, I'd maybe give it a chance.
I mean, you could check on Etsy. It may even be out there already.
May already exist. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it makes a big difference. I even went and played like Burger Time, which was that was amazing. That was amazing on it. But yeah, hopefully, because I guess here's the other thing too. If and it's funny, Ryan knows about like the HDMI, but for like as far as like maybe your average user may not want to plug it into the TV, but like as a content creator, if you want to show specific features off of it and it doesn't work, you'd be a little frustrated. You know what I mean? Like like with the OG handheld, I like the idea that if I don't want to like mess with my VS, I can just plug it in and it works. So I know it'll get fixed at one point. But otherwise, yeah, it's funny because I think both me, Rich, and Pete, when we hold like, there's just something premium about it. Like I don't know if the standard one feels that heavy, but it was heavier than I expected, and I like that. Like it's a good, it feels really premium. Like it's a good feel. It's a good texture. Now the one thing, and you guys can tell me if it's on the standard that like on the back of it, there's like these like little rubber grips, which I like because between that and the texture, like it really helps your hand placement.
It's funny. I was looking. There are grips for the Evercade handhelds, mainly the first one, but there's nobody has one up there right now that's Tate mode grips.
Okay.
But I actually found something accidentally that I was looking before, but now I'm going to buy it because I see it. An Evercade EXP stand. One where I can actually plug it in and charge it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's so that's the other thing that annoyed me, especially like with the deck, is that putting it like in one of those stands, you can't do that. I have to like flip it upside down, and then I have to be careful that the power button doesn't accidentally like turn it on. Like really, I guess you would need a special type of. I have one of those like L-shaped adapters you can put in a charger, but
yeah, actually, I have one of those too. This well, it's just USB-C L. I don't know if you can see that there.
Yeah, but that didn't work. So that was it. And I'm sure they'll add like a battery percentage because like on the Steam Deck, like I'm obsessed with knowing like how much battery power I have, what the performance of the games are, and all.
It's funny. Like how true do you think it is when you go to check out with something and as you have it in your cart, it's like there's only 4 available and then it's in 20 people's carts.
Oh yeah, that's a BS probably. But but I was thinking about like the grip. You guys don't like when you hold like because when I went to go back and hold the OG Evercade, it felt weird afterwards. Like now that I've held this, like it fits really good in your hand. Like the buttons feel premium, and I love the D pad how it's flat like that. And playing Street Fighter, I could do Hadoukens and fireballs. Although until they come out with the update to remap the buttons, it's unplayable because I need my high punches and not medium punches.
I can't play Street Fighter on this. I can't.
It did take me a little bit to adapt to do like Hadoukens and whatnot. It really did. But
every other game I'm fine with. I was actually playing Breath of Fire on it while I was waiting.
I've got no problem playing Street Fighter on it. Like I don't know what's all you guys' problem with Street Fighter.
I can't do it.
Get over it. Learn different controls, people.
I must be too used to using a joystick.
Oh come on! You switch between so many different controllers on a daily basis for like all of us. We're always switching all over consoles. There's no excuse for us.
I want this to work on the Evercade.
We're professional gamers. We can switch anything and pick it up. That's our superpower.
True.
No more excuses, people.
Like I never claimed to be a professional.
No, so like
I never claimed to be a gamer. No, you are by your very nature. I've decided that you're part of our superhero club of being able to master any control scheme.
No.
Yes.
I have power. My special abilities use any controller I want in any situation. That's why I have this thing.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about the button mapping because in Street Fighter, the medium punches like they go different than the high punches, and so it's just like I can't. When I played it back in the day, like in Super Nintendo, I remapped those. I had L and R to be used.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, good.
You know what's funny, Ed?
What?
I don't remember any of the controls from any of the games originally from the Evercade. So when I play them, it's like, I'll just learn these because I can't remember what it felt like.
The Super Nintendo ones are easy because the layout's very similar. The arcade ones where it's like you're kind of unsure because they could have mapped it to anything.
Professionals. Oh, did you know the next Evercade will have a built-in arcade stick? So yeah.
The next one, that'd be interesting. It's just an arcade stick with a little screen.
Yeah, I think the next one's going to be a mini cabinet. I honestly think a mini cabinet with 10 slots for all your cards.
Ooh.
Go with
just like the Neo Geo
50 slots.
Arcade.
50 slots.
Yeah, like the Neo Geo arcade, right? Like you used to be able to bring your own.
Yes,
Evercade MVS. Yeah.
You know what they should do though? They should have imagine the Evercade VS. You could put 2 cartridges in there. But there should be an expansion port where you can attach and plug in more cartridges if you want that. So you say you buy an extension, you can plug in 5 more. And then if you want more, you could, just daisy chain them, plug in as many cartridges as you want.
And they can market it. Why ever go to an arcade or leave your house? We have your handheld, we have your home console, and now we have the Evercade arcade.
Obviously, I think there would be some limit to it, power wise or bandwidth wise, but I think it could do quite a few.
Little 16-inch cabinet, or even a tabletop cabinet, and it could be like just a special run. And I'd have a pile of slots with an arcade controller, spinner, all those things. That would be wild.
Heck yeah! There's a company out there that makes like custom arcade cabinets. Like they'll put in like original cons. I can't remember the name, but they've been at various shows. And if I had the means, I would go to them and kind of do that. Like put 2 or 3 VSs, have like custom artwork. That would be awesome. And then they have like a glass thing at the bottom where you can usually you could take out put in games and. No, that would be good. Oh, the screen though is beautiful. Like thank God. Like I feel like now with the resolution, the quality, and my eyes getting older, like I can. I can see games look fantastic. So for me, it's been like the definitive way that I've been playing Evercade.
I already did that. I updated it myself.
Yeah. You should compare the screens. But the one thing though, it's kind of funny, with the carts. Even I'm glad they widened it. Like the cart slot, it's still tight. But the good thing though is, so far I haven't had it where a game wasn't recognized. Occasionally on the VS and the OG handhelds, I'd have that happen. But yeah, it is a little bit. It's a little bit tight. Not impossible. But I was like, man, the previous ones must have been really tight. But yeah, no, I'm definitely happy with it. And all that. Having the Capcom collection is nice. I do hope that we get Hummings to be able to be unlocked. So I want to play that in top.
No, I'm pretty sure that will be because that was just one of the native games, and they didn't do the native ones yet.
Yeah, but I
like how the difference between the different versions. One says no cartridge inserted, and then the other one says please insert cartridge. If,
Dude,
there we go.
no, you know what? I've been loving the shooters and all that. So it's like, I do like the shooters where you do only get like 3 deaths and that's it. You keep going back, and then it is fun to like play like zeroing. And you know what though? I like what is it, like the latest like 1943 or 1942 game that's not in widescreen. I love that. That's like my favorite one of those. I'd never played that before.
What, the latest 1940? Oh,
It's
you
like
mean built in? I don't think
Yes.
that's the latest one.
Oh,
Was it 19?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
they keep coming out with those.
Okay.
That's a series that keeps going.
well, it's the latest. It's the newest one that's in the collection. Sorry, I should say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That
Because that one, it's interesting. It's not in Tate, and you can like charge up and all that, and yeah, exactly, ballistic coffee boy. But yeah, I've been having a blast. It's fun just to go into final fight and just kind of play and just and switch around. And I've even gone back and sort of play some of the other collections. Like Namco is amazing. Like playing Pac-Man on it. Although I kind of wish like now I really want like an arcade, an Namco arcade would be.
I kind of hope
awesome.
they get that worked out and we can actually play those cartridges on the VS one day.
Yeah. Well, I don't. For people who I care about that, just for people who have a VS, but really like right now, like I don't. I don't as much. But yeah, definitely it's I'll have to spend more time and give more thoughts and opinions, but with some minor gripes. Although of course I did have like some woohoo or someone from the tinfoil community comment and said like the thing overheats, the sound sucks. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I just I just banish them to the ether. I don't have time for nonsense.
You know, it's funny. One of the funniest comments I ever got was on. There's some people that don't like Pinball FX. It's almost exactly the same as Pinball FX3. It's just that they updated certain things. But when you're playing it, you can't almost even tell the difference between the two. And then somebody commented, the graphics sucks, the UI sucks, all this stuff sucks. PFX3 is better, and people are like, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah. So it's funny because I'm just like, I have something you can sit on, people. That's what I want to say. Anyways, but yeah, Evercade haters. I mean, no, I welcome constructive feedback, but it's just like anything when you say like this or like you over exaggerate and like blow things like out of proportion. It's like no. But the one thing Ian hobbies. So the one thing that I will say that kind of reminds me of. So when I initially got the OG handheld, that was like a magical experience seeing that, and then getting the white hand, and then getting the purple one that I kind of fell in love with it again. The VS, every time a new console, fall in love with it again. And this one, fall in love with it. Like, it still has that magicness. Matter of fact, it wasn't just until the other day when I turned my Steam Deck on. It's funny, I kind of did the opposite. Like when I had my deck, didn't play took a little bit break from Evercade. Now it's gone the other way. But then I found though, like when I went back into Dead Cells, I'm like, man, I kind of suck at this now. I need to play, like if you don't play a game every day, you kind of lose your.
Oh, I bought that recently, but I bought it alongside a whole bunch of other games. So who knows if I'll ever remember to play it.
It shows the proof. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's it's everyone's opinion, but yeah, and I haven't really noticed the thing getting hot. It's funny. It says to have the not.
I noticed
I
it
think they've
getting
adjusted
warm.
it. Sorry, I had to step away for a few minutes. I think they did some with the new production units. I think Ryan mentioned that they had done a few little changes with the cart slot, and they may have done something on the inside too. But I find my black one's not running as hot as my white one. I can tell you that right now.
Oh.
It might be placebo because
Or maybe
my white one
it's
almost caught a plane on fire. But
maybe it's a firmware update.
Oh my god! Could you imagine that in the news? Like Evercade terrorist takes down plane.
Oh jeez, that would be awful.
I know that'd be awful. Yeah, of course. Like it's just like, man, that'd be tragic. But yeah, we wouldn't want that in the headlines. But yeah, no, because I noticed, I'm like, I really didn't, because this, if I'm being honest, it didn't really feel that much more hot or the same than the OG handheld, maybe even less. So yeah, I didn't really feel any. That's good to.
Yeah, play it for a while. Just
okay, the black one. Okay, yeah.
Oh, anyway, but yeah,
I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on
forward.
for a while. Let's see if it warms up because there was an update recently.
Yeah. What I noticed that I do like to do, kind of like sampling all the games. I'll go in. See, I don't. The funny, like the games I'm playing in Tate mode, those are shooters where it's one and done. And even though sometimes I'll play that a little bit, I'll switch back and forth. but yeah, my fingers like I don't know. I'll have to play. I'll have to play with it more to see if I can last longer than 20 minutes. That's what you said. But yeah, it's definitely good. Definitely like a good mixture of stuff. I haven't touched Breath of Fire yet. I'm kind of scared to. I need to wait till I can spend some time.
You know what's funny is
it's interesting game. It's a good game. It's a grindy game.
I actually got stuck about like an hour into the game where I had to look up something, and I was like, where am I supposed to go? Because the one town I was entering wasn't letting me in the town.
You got to go and do something.
You have to wait till nighttime. I didn't know I had to just sit there and wait.
Well, you still have to do a bit of your quest though, and to get access to.
Yeah, I did that. I did everything, and I was like, okay, there's got to. I was thinking there was another town. I kept walking up and down the map. It's like, no, this is the only place to go. I had to look it up. It's like, oh, I literally have to sit there and wait for it to be night before I go into town. I didn't know that was a mechanic in the game. Now here's your challenge. It's Tate mode Street Fighter.
Ha!
Gross.
I know. I did that with Pac-Man, kind of hoping maybe it would have cut off.
You know what I discovered? Even though you only have the 2 buttons here, they do replace these 2 buttons, but all the rest of them work. So you could, in theory, play Street Fighter in Tate mode and have access to all the buttons.
That's insane. That's totally insane. So yeah, we can continue to talk about this, talk about whatever chat wants to bring up stuff. They can too. But yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, it was a long wait, but I'm glad that I held out for that. And I'll say too, like, definitely, like, there's no, like, I don't have any light bleed. I think that's just naturally because it's black and it's a darker color than, white's going to let light bleed through, but so there's none of I think Ellie needs a wrist strap. But yeah, I would be curious if someone did have a Tate mode thing to try it out. Would kind of be interesting.
You mean a grip?
Grip, yeah.
Because I think I could, for the games that use it, it's only 1 or 2 buttons. I think I could get a handle on it. The funny thing is I just keep pushing in the buttons on the shoulder buttons. On the side
I do that too. Yeah, which is just kind of weird. Yeah, I do keep pushing in that shoulder, that shoulder button. But hey, at least it's nice. So you can at a button, you can press the button, go back and forth. Oh, that is one other thing that did take me a little bit to get used to. So I guess with muscle memory, I really got used to where like start and select and the menu button are on the OG handheld and on the VS. And with this, it's a little bit weird. And sometimes when you do press the menu, like you'll hit start, like those buttons do feel cramped. I don't know where else they could have put them, but yeah, that was kind of the, again, not a make or break. But
I do like where the menu button is compared to the other one.
You do?
Because it's right. Yeah, I like where the menu button is. It's really close to where all the buttons are. So if I want to hit the menu really quick, I could do that.
I don't know, Pete. Do you kind of feel like they're a little bit too close together? Like it's kind of
I don't. Between like the bottom input button and the menu, I kind of wish the menu button was. I don't know, like because of the screen is the bezel's so tight down to the bottom. Like, kind of wish there was some. Maybe even to be honest, I don't know where you put it though, where I wouldn't accidentally hit it with my thumb. I guess probably where it's at. It's probably the most ideal spot for it, considering the limited real estate on the device. So, but I haven't touched it very often, so that tells me it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Unless you put the button on the side or something.
Yeah, it is really clicky though when you press it. Like when you hit the menu button.
Yeah, I like how the pressure you have to put.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But and then I guess the next update we'll finally find out the new game of the month.
That should be this month now, right? It's April.
Yes.
You know what I want to see though? The one thing that they need to update is when you're adjusting the volume. I'd like to see some sort of volume meter to know what the volume's gonna be.
Me too. And also the fact you got to individually click the button for volume up and volume down. Why can't you just hold it to bring your volume up and hold volume down?
Oh, I assumed that was the case, but I couldn't tell because there's no meter to see.
You know what? That is weird. So what you have to do, and I think this is dumb, you have to hit if you want to know where it's at, you have to hit the menu button and then go under the sound, and then you can see where it is. But you shouldn't have to do that. It should go on the. Not only that, every time when you start it up, the volume reverts back to the middle, like it doesn't remember.
Yeah, you've got to. See again. That should be something they really need to update. It shouldn't be where you are in the menu. If you're hitting the volume buttons, it should just be overlaid on top what the volume is. That's how it works on a TV.
Sure, throw us questions.
And I truly miss my on-off button.
Yeah,
I know.
I prefer that too, but
But
again,
that's
I
just,
think they did
like,
this,
we're just
they
old
did
men
this-
now complaining. But I mean, these are all minor complaints in my opinion.
Yes.
I think it had to be a push button like it is because that's what the VS is using. And I guess they could have done it separately, but then it just makes it easier for them to have the same code between the two.
I think we'll get that. We'll get the battery percentage, and not only that too. I want to have a button where like you can, or where I can have an overlay and show the battery. So Dewey kind of asked if we actually bad carts. Yes, the only one that for me, like the renovation collection. Yeah, I got Fun Stock sent me out another one. But yeah, I made a whole video. That was a whole thing for me to get it because that was the time where for some reason Canada didn't get renovation all those carts at that time, and I had to go through them and then wait through customs, and then when I got it, it was bad, and they sent another one that took like another 2 weeks.
Canada,
right?
Canada.
And then with the games won't load. Yeah, there's been like it's a small percentage. That's unfortunately, like anything else, you can get a bad cart, but if you go back to whoever, they'll replace it. But it's pretty rare. Hard to find. Hard to find carts. Like I get like something like Namco One. Would you guys say that? I mean, I haven't really looked. Is Amazon that secondary market? Is that a good place like for like Namco One, Namco Two?
It wasn't that much. It wasn't that bad last time I looked for Namco. But like Dewey said, Technos cart number 10 is expensive.
Really? What's that going for?
I don't know, but I wish I had 2 of them so I could sell one.
Well, yeah. Oh, yes. I Spectrum probably. I'd rather see Veltrex, but yeah, we're probably. Yeah. Agreed. The slider would be. I wonder why they changed that. Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, Namco 1 and 2, $30 each. So yeah, it's a little bit.
What about how much is Technos going?
I should take a look. Let's see. Technos.
Even though I have the internet, I can't look at no.
Actually, it's not available, so I guess they don't have. There's nobody selling it.
Complete. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like,
it's kind of like eBay.
Yeah, I don't know. Has Fun Stock completely run out? Has like Video Games Plus? Has a Songbird? If all the usual haunts have like completely run out of it, then yeah, you might be able to check eBay and all that. I know, like that's why I'm kind of glad when I think all of us we got that initial like 10 bundle. I know, like I wanted that just for like the Namcos since those were a little more difficult to go ahead and get. But yeah, knock on wood, I will say quality control has been approved. All the new cards, but that is one thing I do. I'll go in, test saves and everything. I'm like, okay, it's good. But it was just, it was that, and then with Codemasters.
Okay, this is crazy. I don't know how correct this is. Somebody sold Technos Collection 1 for $123.
Dang.
But right under it, somebody bought it for $19. Wow. So I don't know what's going on there. But then again, somebody else sold it for $66. But there's another one for $21, one for $40, one for $46. It seems like the average may be around 40 something. Okay. Somebody sold it for $247.
What?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Who's buying it for $247? That would be my shipping because all these listings are in the UK.
Dude, that's insane. No, I can remember when there was a time where Xenocrisis was like a little bit difficult to get. And but I found on the secondary market for $25 on Amazon, and that was with shipping. I'm like, fine. I didn't,
It might be cheaper just to get an NES and all those games separately.
But no, I get it though. If you're collecting them all, that's kind of like mini consoles or something. Once you collect, you want to get them. And I know, like way back early on in the Evercade, like there were some collections I wasn't sure, but once I got once I got that Xenocrisis, and then once I got like Pico 2, which I wasn't sure, then I'm like, fine, I'll get Worms, and then then from there I'm like, yeah, I want to collect them all now. That's the main thing I want to collect. Prices range.
Actually, it's funny. I don't even see any listed on eBay currently. There's one. Okay, there's one listed, and they want $247 or best offer. and it's from the UK, so shipping would be over $40 for me.
Yeah,
For
well,
what?
I mean, it's a great collection. It could the Double Dragons, and then I'm sure probably you might be able to find the ROM for it if you really wanted to. But like the Super Double Dragon is kind of like the 1.5, like it's kind of like the Japanese and US version of it, so it's like a little bit different.
I think
Yeah, the
River
prices
City
are pretty
Ransom is the
crazy here
seller.
in Canada.
Yeah,
For the Atari Arcade Cartridge 1 went for $37 plus $33 shipping, so
Are you saying
$70.
Atari Arcade or Atari Collection?
Atari Arcade Cartridge 1 is like
Really?
$80.
I
They
got
haven't
two of
even
those.
fixed asteroids.
Another
on
one, Renovation Collection, $90 Canadian. That includes shipping for renovation. That's just like yesterday. All sold yesterday.
Yeah, Andy
Wow.
wants to know is the Gremlin collection worth 20% off? That's funny. I mean, if you have to get them, if you have to get them all, sure.
If
Why
you
not?
get it for, I would say like for Gremlin, if you're unsure of it, only get it if you can get it for free.
But yeah, I have been enjoying like going back and playing like some games I haven't played in a while. Like just
The shipping is incredible. Like from the UK, like all these
Yeah,
Canadians are paying $40 shipping for to get their stuff from the UK.
It's the same here. I was seeing $40 shipping for anything from the UK.
Yeah.
well, that's why unless it's something exclusive from Funstock, like the limited edition, that's why I don't, because it's going to be more expensive. Then there's shipping, and then yeah, things get tied up in customs because I don't know. I'm just that lucky. So
Yeah, that was funny. Mine was in customs for like a week or so too.
But there weren't any updates, like either like through like the shop app or through like USPS. I just said it was still there. I'm like, oh, come on.
And the funny thing is, I just kept forgetting about it because I didn't really need it. So I just was like, not even. In fact, when it showed up at the doorstep, I'd forgotten all about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, here it is." Okay, and I threw it off to the side.
Yeah, it can. I will say with the Founders editions way back, that was set. I got through DHL. I know that, which kind of made me happy. Although I did have to like watch the door like a hawk. Versus like when they dropped this off, at least it was like in the lockers in my my neighborhood. Do we think we'll get we'll get another big announcement? Yeah, I think so. They have
The answer to that is yes, because he doesn't say when.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, I mean, to each their own, which is funny. Like, so when I first saw Evercade, I was really impressed that they had Atari, that they had Namco, and that they had Technos with the initial Double Dragons. But yeah, I mean, kind of, to each their own. For when do you think? Well, the game of the month. I mean, that's the next thing. And I think at the end of April we'll find out. Will we find out the next set of carts? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, there's still 4 carts out there that are available for pre-order that haven't been released yet. So isn't that enough to look forward to?
Well,
I think that when the next release comes, maybe there'll be another announcement. When are the next cartridges released? End of April. So I'd say maybe May.
Yeah. I think what Ryan talked about would be possible is that they may add support for like existing like peripherals, like track, like he said that that may be a possibility. What 80 new? Yeah, people. Yeah, we'll just sell anything else. Sell anything else crazy, and all and all that. So it's like, yeah, I mean that's if you pre-order them, get them from the places, you don't have to worry. But the funny thing, Ballistic Off, I think Ryan's been saying that for a while. I mean, they've been tasked. Really, what it sounds like is they're just going to focus on like the new firmware updates and the games and getting all that right. Which I think that's what we really want. Put the stuff out there, put it plug and play. Make it work good. Maybe they'll give us a feature of backing up our save states and stuff. I'm always going to harp on that. A part of me does want to get back into Cathedral now on the handheld. We'll just have to see. Oh, okay. Yeah. So
yeah, get back into it. I mean, you'll get right back to where you were in no time flat if you haven't beaten the second boss.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. I've got to go. I've got a soccer tournament with my kids. Talk to you guys next week.
You'll probably beat them.
Yeah, no, probably not. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
What else do we got here? Another question. Another question for you this week is: Will you? What is your go? Okay, that's an important question. Okay, so for me, it's video games. For me, it's video games plus because if you if you order the 2-pack of the carts, it's cheaper. Like when I ordered Toplin 2 and C64 2, it was it was $36 because it's from Canada, free shipping and all that. Although I could have paid a few extra bucks. Sometimes it's 40. It fluctuates. I don't know, but like that's for me because getting it from the UK to the US and the customs, it takes too long. I could go through Somberg, but again, I have to pay shipping. Amazon is Crow is really good. Has a lot of luck with Amazon.
Fun fact.
Amazon has
I'm
screwed
messing
me
around
over.
with stuff.
You're good, man. Amazon has screwed me over too many times, so I don't go there. Best Buy, I think you can also get stuff. Yeah, video games.
Actually, you know what? No, I'll tell you. I was going through Amazon, and then when they had the whole weird thing with the EXP, because when I found out the shipment for the limited edition was going to be delayed by months, I was like, okay, I want the standard edition because that's the one I was going to want anyway. I first went to Amazon. And they were acting all really goofy about it. And then I found out it was available on Best Buy. So I had it ordered from both Best Buy and Amazon at the same time. And Best Buy got it to me like right away, whereas Amazon was just, had no information on it. So I eventually canceled that order. But then I just started ordering everything through Best Buy. And I was sometimes even able to just go and pick it up in the store on release day.
That's cool.
The weird thing is the last 4 cartridges haven't been on Best Buy's website at all. So I've pre-ordered them off of Amazon, but I keep looking on Best Buy's website to see if they pop up eventually. So, because I was going to prefer Best Buy over Amazon, but why haven't the latest pre-order showed up there? I don't know. Oh, can't get them on Best Buy anymore. Was there some specific reason? Is there a reason for that, or is it just something you noticed? Like I
don't know. It's that's. Yeah, and again, Songbird is in Canada. I just feel like US resellers just can't get it right. I don't know. It's hit or miss. Oh, what else? Yeah, no, dude, Mega Man X. Surprisingly, I never really played that before. No, and I've been loving that. That's like so good. Oh, speaking of which, Mega Man, I didn't know. For those of you who have like a Prime subscription to Amazon, like right now you can. I didn't realize every month they have like 3 or 4 games you can just stream and play for free if you don't
you
pay
have to stream them.
Yes.
Stream them? Okay.
Yeah. If you don't pay for the subscription, but yeah, like Mega Man 11's up there. I tested it like in my web browser just for the fun of it with the keyboard and it worked. But.
Yeah, because I have Amazon Prime, and I forgot that like Amazon actually has you could buy games and play it through. I think they have a front end like Steam or Epic's Game Store or Good Old Games, and you could do that through Amazon as well. And they offered free games occasionally. I think they changed, but I keep forgetting to look into it because I'm not booting up this Amazon, even though I have it in my shortcut bar. I'm not ever booting up this Amazon games thing.
No, I claim free games I'm never going to play, like through the Epic Store.
Well, I do that all the time. Epic's Game Store. I think I've claimed like 50 games that I don't ever really intend on booting up.
I thought Songbird was in Canada. I swore they were because like with the renovation collection and all that, I swore they were affected by. Okay, I could have sworn. But yeah, Video Games Plus is good, and that like their support is there's like there were a few times where when the Intellivision cart was going to come out, I thought I could get that early, and I canceled, and they canceled it, even though they're only supposed to give you store credit. So yeah, that's where I kind of get things from, and yeah, we will wind things down a little bit, but yeah, the EXP has been great. I haven't touched my VS like since excuse me. Since then, looking forward to the game of the month. I plan on doing more update videos and all that once I get to spend more time. But I'm happy. I'm happy with it. For me, it's funny because like I guess since the OG Evercade came out, like as I've gotten older, my eyes have gotten worse. I had to get like newer glasses. Like newer glasses. Ooh, wow. I just like really blue. I really appreciate this, and as I played on the Steam Deck, like I appreciate now, like I feel like the Evercade screen is where it needs to be, like in resolution. I mean, of course, anything could always be bigger, but it's really crystal. It's really crystal clear.
Well, I had LASIK eye surgery so I'm not worried about that.
Wow, you really will keep wanting to talk about Atari, about the Atari flashback. But still, though, I mean, it's nice to be able to play on a better screen, not just the different viewing angles, but like everything looks like it looks like really good. Like I was really impressed by that.
Yeah, it's an IPS screen. So, oh, that's the one that's on. I was like, where do I hear that noise from?
You and your you and your you and your tinkering.
Well, I turned on. I had 3 Evercades on at the same time, and I thought I turned off two of them, and I was like, I thought the EXP was on. I was like, no, this is off, and I was like, maybe I'm just imagining this. Maybe it's in my headset.
So
and then I looked, and I saw it was still on.
So the big thing that I don't, and I'll tell you this about Funstock, is their lack of communication, and kind of like, so kind of what I mean, like anytime I've ever emailed video games, they've always responded back to me no matter what. And they've always responded back to me in a timely manner. So one thing that I've never talked about. So way back when I got like the pre-order bundle, like the 2 years ago, I saw that like some people got like a coin or whatever, and I asked them. I said, "Hey, I saw that. So was I supposed to get a coin of this bundle because it looked like it was maybe advertised? With that, it was like that 10 for 2. Never. I emailed them like 2 or 3, never heard anything. And then when I was waiting on Indie Heroes 2. And I emailed them up the track, and they said we'll get back to you, and they never did. So I think in the customer service department, they may be a little bit lacking. I know they can't control customs, but and again, it's coming from like the UK to the US. It's the inconsistency, right? Definitely like ordering from Canada, it's closer. I haven't had any problems, but I will say Video Games Plus customer they're
well, everybody's saying where they should buy it from. The only reason I would go through Amazon or Best Buy, no Peggy label. I wouldn't buy. That's why I don't buy the bundles off of Funstock.
Well, yeah, but I don't think you get Peggy labels from Video Games Plus either. I don't think.
Okay, that I wouldn't know, but I know I don't get them for sure from Amazon, and I know that I don't get them for sure from Best Buy. So that's where I normally go to.
Well, so if you like the pack-ins, just like for me, like I don't know, if you like the pack-ins, that's great, and I'll be curious to see when Pete gets like his coffee mug, if he'll make a video and all that. And I mean, yeah, the little guy behind me is all right, but I don't know, like. I guess it wasn't worth like the wait. I don't know, the longer wait and all that. If maybe I'll use my 20% coupon if they come out. But yeah, that is a reason. I mean, Funstock does have that. If you like the pack-ins and enjoy that type of stuff, by all means, go ahead. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, it kind of like, and that's the thing with the shipping. I don't like. If that mug maybe was like $5 extra from Video Games Plus, like $5 Canadian extra, I would have maybe picked it up. Most of my orders have been from Amazon order code Argo. So yeah, and that's just a thing. Like especially when you're a YouTuber, like you want to get the games faster. So that's what But I will say though that I did have my limited edition, in my hands like just before the 27th. So huge kudos to Blaze and Funstock from getting that out. I would say order to wherever you feel the most comfortable, to wherever you can get it. Whatever you like. Like Rich orders from Funstock, and he's here in the U.S. He doesn't have any problems though, but he's happy with it, and so it's like because you sometimes get the carts earlier. So yeah, as I'll say, order from the place that's like the best, that makes you the happiest, that you like the customer service. For me, it's just been Video Games Plus. And all that. Yeah. See, that's, I don't know. Amazon, that's the only place I wouldn't, at least Amazon US.
I wonder if I have an issue. The problem I have with Amazon is occasionally they'll deliver to the wrong house.
Yeah, no, I had that happen in my neighborhood where 2 days in a row I got like a neighbor's package that were 2 streets down, and
and it's funny because they send you a picture saying it's delivered, and I look at the picture I'm like, that's not my doorstop. Whose doorstop is this? I show my wife. Do you know whose doorstop this is?
Yeah, because they had the house number. It was just 2 wrong. I walked it down, and I could tell the person Leary answered the door. I'm like, hey, I got this.
they delivered it to my neighbor's house along with a lot of other packages. So, and I know they have a camera, so I'm like, I hope they know I'm just taking my. What they did was they gave me one of their packages and gave me their package.
Oh, so you just
So
swapped
like,
it out?
yeah, so I swapped it out, but I know I am on their camera
But
swapping
did you knock on the door?
packages. No, they weren't home. I know they weren't home.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, I would have been, I would have been paranoid. But yeah, it was funny because when I went over there to get in their package, like one day it was the brother, then another person. I was like, hey, I was here yesterday. It was kind of a weird. It was kind of it was kind of a weird thing. Yeah, and that's what I mean. If you like fun stock, get it. That's everybody has different, their own different experiences with all that. But I will be looking forward, to getting the next 2 carts at the end of this month and all that. Like it seems like now we're getting them pretty quick, but that's how it is with Evercade, right? We have nothing, and then we just get slammed with carts. Oh, so I guess I was going to ask you, Crow, what do you have going on next week on your channel? But you told us you told us at the beginning.
Yeah,
I want to remind everyone.
It's funny because I filmed a video for the pinball channel. And I filmed it like not even last Sunday, the Sunday before that. And I still never got anywhere close to even looking at the footage I recorded. So I'm like, you know what? This isn't working out because I'm more concentrating on just playing through the Evercade stuff. And plus, on top of that, I'm never getting to any of the games I wanted to play on my main channel. So there's just no videos or anything. As like, probably going back to streaming is probably the best way because there's no real way to sometimes make some of those games interesting. Like it takes a lot of editing to make something interesting when you just want to play it. So live streaming it would probably be the best way. And maybe I'll take the live stream and kind of chop it up and make a video out of that really quick as well for people who don't want to sit and watch a 2-hour live stream. But yeah, that's what I'm planning. Again, I'm like more than halfway through the Total Plan collection. I played Tiger Heli, I played Truxton, played Guardian, Alcon, and Flying Shark. So what I have left is Zero Wing, Snow Brothers, and Techie Packy. Because I played the games in the order they were released. I played the games in the order they were released. So that's.
I so want if you put it in Total Plan 1 or 2 that we get the unlock of Zero Wing for the Genesis.
Genesis Zero Wing.
Just because of all the base art belong to us. That's all. That's the only reason. That's all.
Yeah.
That's the only.
I don't know if that. I don't know if that's all you want. You could just go on YouTube and watch it.
I know. And I remember. No, I still. The funny thing is, I still have saved in my Google Drive and on my phone. I like the all your base art belong to us song for like a ringtone. Like I still have because I still remember
that was a meme before there was the word meme. So yeah, because I remember when that came out, I watched it a lot.
Oh, and so for those of you new who are watching, because nobody has done this yet, nobody has summoned me. So for all, the first person to do Retro Kill -9.
I'm Retro Kill -9!
Exactly.
I beat you to it.
I'm still gonna, I'm still gonna summon myself.
Retro Kill -9!
There we go. And I did start to. I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough time to get it done. I started working on a new Retro Kill -9. So I haven't done that in a long time. Now my nose itches me at the end. So yeah. So what I have going on next week. So you all saw the unboxing. I'm going to go ahead and play through the Capcom collection, and my first initial first looks or whatever, and then I'm going to be doing that with like the Tobaland or however the hell you say that, and
Toa Plan. It's really easy. Toa Plan.
Toa Plan. I'm just gonna call it Soapland. There we go. Soapland.
As long as if you're saying it wrong on purpose, I'm fine with that because I do that all the time.
Sure. I am saying it wrong on purpose. I don't know any better. Don't judge me. But this thing I will say that from y'all's feedback in the polls, that it seems like, and I've noticed this too with your videos too, Crow, that, and actually even Pete's, that everybody seems to like that when we give our first impressions, that if we're having fun, like we don't edit down those videos, and they like the longer format, and if people want, they can kind of skip. So that's what I've been doing,
Well, I don't know if you're talking about me, because my video was all edited up. Otherwise, it would have been 2 hours long.
Oh my God. Well, you're special. Yeah.
It's like I'm not having a 2-hour long video where I'm just fumbling around with stuff.
That's yeah.
I'm just putting in the good parts.
Yeah. No, that's a little bit long. But if it's like, I think my Capcom might be like 45, but I don't. I just had a lot of fun. Now the only thing I didn't play, which I said I didn't even want to dive into Breath of Fire. I don't know what I'm going to do separate because that's, I'm terrified that that'll suck me in and I'll never play anything. I will, and eventually I'm going to play that, but I'm kind of saving it, right? I'm kind of saving that.
I should probably point out that when I'm streaming on the Crow Containment channel, it's gonna be primarily Steam and Switch, but more than likely it'll be Steam.
There you go. Nice. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Somebody's saying, "Oh, I want to see Astrocade." I haven't had an Astrocade in like 10 years.
Yeah, Techie Pack. I think the biggest, and I know they did this to the arcade, like with Tetris. I hate it when they have like a split screen and you never have that second player just kind of sitting there like really, you're taking up real estate.
That doesn't bother me so much because my favorite version of Tetris has that. The arcade version, the Atari Tetris, that's my favorite version of Tetris, and it always has both pits.
Yeah,
and the second player could jump in at any time, like right in the middle of your game. I like that.
Well, if you could just get rid of like Tengen Tetris back in the day for Nintendo, I was like, I'm kind of glad the other version has the full screen. But...
Well, no, that's the Tengen Tetris. That's actually a port of the arcade version that I like. And Tengen Tetris is so much better than the Nintendo version. There's so many more modes. There's actually a mode in that game where 2 players, control pieces at the same time in the same pit. It's cooperative mode.
Yeah. Competition mode is live on the VS and on the EXP, and you can also like limit the number of coin. You can also do the coin limits. But see, so here's the thing. So here's the thing, right? What they need to do is we at least need to be able to you should be able to play an arcade game and just save your high score without having to do a save state. Because then, if I want to do competition mode and I get a really good score, then I can't save it. I'm like, I don't know.
I'll tell you one of the reasons why I didn't mind selling off a lot of stuff. In fact, I'm in the middle of selling off like a lot of stuff right now. I sold, what I sold? I sold, the camera that I sold, I finally sold that. It was like $800. But I sold 4 different Resident Evil games on the PS1 and Silent Hill on the PS1. All in the span of like 3 days.
Dude, that's
you want to guess how much? Game. You want to guess how much Silent Hill, the first Silent Hill on PlayStation 1, sold for?
At least over $200.
No, it's 180.
Oh, that was close. One of them is really expensive. There's one of them that's like really expensive. Yeah,
I haven't even listed the other 2, or 4 or whatever, because I have 2, 3, and 4 on the PlayStation 2. I haven't gotten to listing those yet.
Alrighty. Well, I know. Yeah, we're over the hour mark. Sometimes we go a little bit longer. But I think today we're gonna have to go ahead and call it. But this
we don't have to. That's why my live streams can sometimes last forever. I think the longest I streamed for was like 4, 5, 6 hours.
Yeah. No, I hear you. And sometimes we have guests or other things. It kind of depends on what we all got going on. But yeah. It's that.
Plus, it's just us 2 right now. So, nope. There's not 2 other people interjecting with things that they want to say. So
no, it's all.
Which
good.
Is fine. I don't mind not having an end time.
No. No. I hear, but just want to thank everyone for being, for being here, joining here. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm getting closer to 1,000 subs. Those, you all have been awesome.
You said the magic word.
Yep.
I don't like your subs. They give me the diarrhea.
That's a timeless classic. But yeah, thanks so much. We really appreciate everybody joining us, every week like you do. It's amazing. Thank you everyone for, for coming over to my channel to watching this. Really appreciate it. And bye-bye.